All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and in sincerity. And salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. It's your brother Dawada, coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing is edifying. And I wanted to go into one of the parables of Yahawashi, all right, namely the talents, all right, because the Lord has delivered, his money to his men, and we have to be accountable. We have to trade in this money. Remember, our Lord Yahawashi said, if you love me, feed my sheep. Let's get that first, right? And if we truly love Yahawashi, we're going to do what he said do, man. Go out in the highways and byways, push forth this doctrine, all right? And also, you know, uh, teach the sheep, man. Warn the sheep, you know? Let's get that. Book of St. John. Chapter 21. And starting at verse 15, it says, so when they had dined, Yahawashi saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He was talking about the fish, right? He saith unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my lambs. So you really love Yahawashi, all right? You're going to feed the sheep. You're going to be attentive to know the state of your flock. It says, verse 16, he saith unto him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my sheep. And if you really love Yahawashi, it's going to come with actions, not just with words, right? He saith unto him, verse 17, he saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahawashi saith unto him, feed my sheep. So that's what we're here to do, man. We got to trade these talents, all right? We got to go push forth the ministry, all right? So the word can bring in the desired amount. Let's go. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 14. Parable of the talents. For the kingdom of heaven, Matthew 25 and 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. Who is this man traveling to a far country? Yahawashi. All right. Going back to the spirit world. Okay. It says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway he took his journey. So the Lord has doled out the understanding, all right, to his men, okay? And he entrusted those men to go out and bring forth fruit, right? Let's get that. Yeah, he entrusted those men to go out, all right, and till and labor, all right, till the ground and labor and bring forth fruit. Salakia. That's St. John again. This phone will cooperate. St. John 17. Let's see. Bear with me. No, St. John 14, Salakia. This is St. John chapter 14. And bear with me. That's right. St. John 15, Salakia. This is just getting the precepts going through my head. You have not chosen me. Yep. This is St. John chapter 15, starting at verse 15. It says, Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. And that's another thing. We're not just called servants, man. We're called friends because the Lord has enlightened us on his plans and purposes, right? And this is the point, verse 15. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, all right? That's a part of trading those talents, right? It says, and that your fruit should remain, and whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. See? So the Lord is the one who gives the increase, man. But you got to actually go out there and put those talents to work, man. Right? You got to teach this word. This is Matthew, back in Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 15. It says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway he took his journey. I want to get this word ability, all right? Because the Lord has he has rationed out, all right, the spirit, okay? You know, we also had a parable of the 100-fold, the 60-fold, right? Or this word ability, Strong's G 1411.
Strong's G 1411.
Dunamis. And it says strength, power, ability, inherent power, power residing in a thing by virtue of its nature. See that? So it's the Lord who put that spirit in his men from the beginning, all right, to bring forth the word, to be able to actually expound on these dark sentences, right? It says, or which a person or thing exerts and puts forth. Yeah, you gotta actually trade the, and we're gonna read it. You actually gotta do something, man. You just can't sit on it. The Lord gave you something there, and you're not doing anything with it. All right. Now we had a couple brothers get admonished. All right, last week or two, regarding putting precepts up on the comment board, and you're not making any lessons, right? Well, that was just a kick in the pants from Yahawashi. Okay, what does the scripture say? The labors are few. Let's get that. Yeah. So you don't want to be that one who have that one talent. We're going to get into it. Let's get that. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 9 and verse 37. Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. See? The laborers are few. So if you have those talents, all right, to bring forth whatever the Lord gave you understanding on, you got to trade those. You have to be fervent in the ministry. It says, verse 37, pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. See that? So we've entered into other men's labor, man. All right? You're not going to blaze your own way to the kingdom. All right? You're not going to reinvent the wheel. Okay? The Lord has set up the blueprint through men. And you have to follow that example. All right? The men that has been set up before us, how they're fervent in the spirit, always abounding in the work. All right? That's what the Lord Yahawashi wants. Now let's go back. Matthew, back in this word, ability. Now, the B definition says power for performing miracles, those several abilities. All right? And in a sense, when we tell a brother or sister, all right, who ends up hearing the word of salvation and they can get it, all right, that's performing a miracle, man. Okay? I know, speaking for myself, first and foremost, when I heard this word and the Lord compelled me to stop smoking weed, stop smoking blacks, vaping, shit like that, man, that was a miracle, man. Because I had tried to quit that before, but it never stuck. But when I heard the word of salvation, all right, and the Lord compelled me to repent and convert, guess what? That was a miracle, man. All right, and it was done by those talents being shown forth. Okay, it says in the C definition, moral power and excellence of soul. See, the Lord is looking on the inner man. All right, and he's going to reckon with you what you've done. So let's go back to the scripture. Let's read it again. Matthew 25 and 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability. And straightway took his journey. Then he that had received 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents, right? He went out and did what the Lord told him to do. And it brought back more. What the scriptures say, the word of the Lord don't go out void. Let's get that. Yeah, it doesn't go out void. All right? It's going to accomplish what the Lord said it's going to do. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Bear with me. See where I want to start. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So when you trade these talents, guess what? It's not falling on deaf ears. All right? It's not going out void. It's not going out empty. Okay? Who the Lord wants to hear it will hear it. All right? All you got to do is just put it to the exchanger. Right? Let's go back. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 17. And likewise, he that received two, he also gained other two. But he that had received one went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. See that? After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. Right? Let's get this word reckoneth. Let's see what it says. Strong's G 4868.
Strong's G 4868. Sunairo.
It says to take up together with another or others, to bring together with others, and this is the second definition, A. It says to cast up or settle accounts. So the Lord is going to settle these accounts, man, right? To make a reckoning with. Now let's get a simple Google definition, right?
Reckoning.
It says the action or process of calculating or estimating something, right? It says a person view, opinion, or judgment. See, Yahawashi is going to judge us on what we did, man, and what we didn't do, okay? It's going to, and it's not going to be, you know, you doing more than what the Lord requires of you. No, man. He going to give you exactly what you need to do for how much you need to work with, all right? Matthew got I don't know if you heard that noise or not, but, you know, the neighbors. So, Salakia. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 20. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thy good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. So Yahawashi said, since you were faithful over these small little matters, these small things, all right, I'm going to make you ruler over many, right? Verse 22. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. See? So is a reward for this. Matter of fact, real quick. Let's go to the book of Hebrews. We'll get a couple of them. Hebrews chapter 10. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 36, it says, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise," which is what? The kingdom of heaven, right? Rulership, dominion. "For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come, and will not tarry." See? Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back from what? Doing the work. "My soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, yeah, unto destruction, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul." See that? We're not of them that draw back. All right? We'll receive that reward when the chief shepherd appear. Let's get that. It says 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 2. "Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind," right? Of a ready mind, right? Not for filthy lucre, not trying to make merchandise of the Lord's elect, right? Or the Lord's sheep. It says, verse 3, "Neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock." Yeah, being examples. All right? As our apostles and elders have been, man. An example in diligence. And holding fast to Yahawashi. Right? That's the example that we follow. Okay? It says, "And when the chief shepherd shall appear," all right, when he come and do that reckoning, right, to see what you traded with those talents he's given you, it says, "Ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away." See that? Incorruptible crown. Okay? Being ruler over many things. Back in Matthew chapter 25 and verse 24. "Then he which had received the one talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid." See that? You can't be afraid, man. All right? The angels of the Lord are kept around about those who fear him. Right? Can't be afraid. "And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth." Right? That's equivalent to you, knowing the scriptures and not knowing the doctrine and the gospel and not doing anything with it. All right? Not warning the sheep of the danger that's approaching. Right? That's equivalent to hiding your talent. All right? To burying it. Or putting it in a napkin, as another parable say. Right? It says, "There thou hast," let's read it from the beginning. Read it from the top. Matthew 25 and 25. "And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked," see that? "Thou wicked and slothful servant. Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I strawed not. Where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest, therefore, to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming," see, when the chief shepherd shall appear, "and then at my coming I should have mine own with usury. See, it's the words of Yahawashi, man, that he's gonna reckon to see whether or not you did what you supposed to have did with those things. Right? Push forth the gospel, warn the people. All right, and we know only the elect is going to hear that alarm pursuant to Joel 2. Okay, but yeah, you supposed to go out there and trade these talents, man. It says, verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents. For unto every one that have shall be given, and he shall have abundance. Yeah, your cup runneth over. All right, we're back in the time. All right, where we've been heard this gospel again, and it registered with us in another lifetime. All right, and now the Lord has seen fit to give us back this gospel again. Let's get something real quick. So right, Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 and verse 9. The birds will resort unto the like, so will the truth return unto them that practice in her. So this gospel, all right, has stirred up our pure minds by way of remembrance. Okay? And that's why we're able to expound on these dark sentences, man. All right, it was given to us then, all right, and the Lord saw fit, all right, to put us back in our lot. We was gonna always fall back in that lot, right? What the scriptures say, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Okay, Matthew chapter 25 and verse 29 again. For unto every one that have shall be given, see, and he shall have abundance. Your cup runneth over. But from him that have not shall be taken away even that which ye have. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into utter darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. See? You'll be cast into utter darkness, man. All right? Back in the world. Not having this understanding. Why? Because you ain't do what you were instructed to do. You ain't trade with these talents. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 19. Same parable, written in a different way. Luke 19 and 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of the Most High should immediately appear. Right? They thought that that was the time that the Lord was getting ready to take down the Romans. But now, we're in that time now. Okay? He said, therefore, verse 12, he said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. And what are we supposed to be occupying? In prophecies. Let's get that. Back in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy. See, those are the talents that the Lord wants us to trade with. All right, Let's go back. Luke 19 and 13 again. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, We will not have this man to reign over us. Yeah, you wicked ass fucking Pharisees, right? And it came to pass that when he returned, having received the kingdom, he commanded these servants to be called unto him, and to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. See? Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, Well, thou good and that good servant, because thou have been faithful in a little, have thou authority over 10 cities. See that? Let me get something real quick. Salakia. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6. He said, Have thou authority over 10 cities, right? So being faithful over little is going to lead to a rulership over many, man. All right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and verse 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. See that? Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power, see that's that power again, for power is given you of the Lord. Yeah, trade these talents, man. All right? The word of the Lord is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. It says, For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works? See, he's going to reckon with you what you've done. Who shall try your works and search out your counsel? See? So guess what? We're being groomed to be rulers. All right? So we can rule the nation under the law, statutes, commandments of Yahawashi. All right? But it begins by the way of teaching this word. All right? Pushing forth the doctrine. Okay? Luke chapter 19 and 17 again. And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a little, have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he saith unto him, Out of thy own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. See, again, that wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore, then gavest not thou my money to the bank, that at my coming I might have required my own with usury? Yeah, you supposed to get all into this thing, man. You supposed to trade these talents. Okay? Push forth the gospel. Be occupied in prophecies. Right? And he said unto them that stood by, Take from him the pound, and give it to him that have 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he have 10 pounds. Take the understanding away from this guy and give it to another, right? It says, For I say unto you that unto everyone that have shall be given, and from him that have not, that he, that have not, even that he have shall be taken away from him. Right? If you don't put forth these talents and you don't trade what Yahawashi told you to do, he's going to take away that understanding and give it to another man. Okay? It says, but those mine enemies, and basically you're an enemy of Yahawashi because you ain't doing what he said do. You're not feeding the sheep. You're not putting his money to the exchanger. You're not trading those talents, man. You're not pushing forth the gospel of Yahawashi. Okay? It says, so basically you're an enemy. It says, but those, Luke 19 and 27, but those mine enemies, which would that I should reign, that which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me, right? So you're not doing what Yahawashi say do, man. He's just going to take you out, man. Point blank, period. Okay? I pray this has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, come next you with another lesson. Till the next time I say shalom, DTA, and a Bible ball soon.